Welcome back to the Morgan Firestone Arena, where the Ancaster Avalanche are facing off against the Buffalo Regals. The Avalanche 5-2, 0-0 in the season, where Buffalo Regals are a measly 0-8-0.
Maybe some switcheroos going on that line change.
Face-off won by the Avalanche. It's chipped behind the net. Dugas on the wrong side. Scores! Nicholas Toscano early in the game, and the Buffalo Regals find themselves up 1-0 against the Ancaster Avalanche. My bad.
And that's exactly the wrong thing to have happen for the Ancaster Avalanche. You're at home. It's a minute and 45 into this game, and the last thing you want to do is be behind to the team that hasn't won a game this year. So the Buffalo Regals right now, they aren't very good defensively, and if you can stretch out that defense, which already isn't very good, then you'll definitely...
Oh, he scores!
Just as I was saying it, they shoot it right through Zern. Not a good goal for the Regals goaltender to give up.
And it looks like it's gonna be Graydon James. Looks like that's Evan Ilkos. Ilkos off the face-off, gets a quick little one, and the Avalanche are tied up. And if you're a fan of the Avalanche, you may have noticed no number 5. And we have some sadness for you. Andrew Hanaka has decided he's going to take his talents elsewhere and is no longer on the roster.
So far, there has been no clarification as to where he will end up. Some would say his junior team. Other sources have said he might go to a junior C or maybe another junior B team. But once we find out, we will let you guys know.
Granecki circles, nice move. In a long final shot denied by Zern. Pass off to Static. Static, a low shot deflected. Great stick play from Gare. Woodhouse passes it down low. Nice move, scores! A spin move. What a play from Scott Kennery. And it's 2-0 on a power play goal from the Avalanche.
And Kyle Kennery was left all alone in front of the net. And he's got some quick hands, and he was able to put it backhand to forehand, and he just slides it right by Peyton Zern. And suddenly now it's 2-1.
Defoe gets out in front on the backhand, just misses on a great power play opportunity as John Mueller chips it back to the defenseman. Benjamin Gallivan on the defense. Shot by Ross off the pad, rebound, just tipped wide on a nice save from Dugas. And for tonight, he's wearing number 35, so if anyone thinks that he's the goaltender and there's a penalty coming up,
we have a little
bit nastiness with Cross.
Oh, that looks like there's a fight. It's Cross. That's Scott McLaren and Cross throwing punches at each other. A lot of punches mostly coming, and as it looks like from McLaren, these guys are not very happy, clearly.
That's some of the most nastiness we've seen here on home ice in the Morgan Firestone Arena. We've seen some ejections already. And it looks like we're both just going to be taking some time off. Oh, he scores! Penalties were being announced, and it's Tanner Granecki who gets a chip off the stick of Zern, and it's a 3-1 lead for the Avalanche on a power play goal.
And it looks like Ben Hadanak is the one standing in front of the net who may have got a tip on that. Zern, unfortunately, you could tell from his reaction, he didn't even really see the puck. By the time it had gone by, he had finally realized what had happened. And it's what happens when you get shots on net, especially on a weaker goalie. Sometimes you'll get those rebounds, and sometimes you get those tips, and it'll go right through.
When the goalie puts his hands up, that's when you know
he's a little frustrated because he didn't see it.
Tanner Granecki, a missed pass, but here it comes Liam Van Leeuw around Yarmus. What a play, great save from Zahn. Is a penalty coming? Just missed the net. Zarmus touches up, and there's a holding call against Christian Yarmus, who couldn't contain the speedy LVL.
How many times are we going to see this from Liam Van Leeuw, number 21 for the Ancaster Avalanche? Again, he's got speed, and the Regals, I don't think they've noticed this yet. This is the second time that he's used his speed to go straight around the defenseman. Zern made a phenomenal left pad save as he just outweighted Liam Van Leeuw a little bit more, and Liam Van Leeuw couldn't get the backhand to go up, and Zern was able to make the save. That keeps the game at 3-1.
But Granecki gets the puck up, and it's James, Graydon James, with the shot. Bad shot off the pad, out in front, and Croucher couldn't get the shot. It was bouncing, and it went high of the net.
in the way, didn't take a penalty, and that definitely would have been a great opportunity for Kyle Kennery.
Chipped in front, off the goal line, back out in front, scores! Oh, a bad play. That was a ping pong ball just bouncing everywhere in the crease. It landed right for Kyle Kennery, and it looks like he will have the 4-1 lead for the Avalanche.
It looked like that puck may have gone in on the first try because the players didn't really react after it had bounced, but it did go back into the net, and it will be Kyle Kennery's goal as he went hard to the net. It looked like it either went in on the first try or maybe took a bounce off of him and in.
And then Colin McPhee dumps it up, and here he comes. Bridgewater, 2-on-1, breakaway, scores! Matthew Bridgewater gets behind the defense and lifts it past Zern.
What a nice little aerial pass that was, and Matthew Bridgewater found himself on a breakaway. He chipped that right over the shoulder, the blocking arm of Zern. It's a 5-1 game
by Romeo. It's a 2-on-1 again. Liam Van Loon with Brio. Van Loon takes the shot. 5-0. Oh, what a stretch pad save. An Eddie Eagle save from Zern. Down low for Hurd, and it's missed on a pass. Lenko at the point. Shot scores! I'm not sure if Tanner Benecki got that off his own stick, but either way, it looks like Lenko will get the power play goal for the Buffalo Regals.
You can tell Lenko was just as surprised that went in. He put his hands up as to say, how the heck did that even get in? As he shot it, it looked like it went straight through, but Ryan Dugas just could not see it, as it was a shot that normally he would save, but with the crowd in front of him, it just slipped right beside his left pad. Haven't been able to go very far on.
Quinlan loses it. Liam Van Loon, a diving defenseman. Oh, what a diving save from Zern. He denied Liam Van Loon his second of the night. Will Croucher has the puck. Circling around in front. Down to Lindsay, and it's missed. Liam Van Loon generating some offense here in the third period. Liam Van Loon dancing through everyone. Tipped wide, and Croucher grabs the puck, and a penalty coming. Looks like it might be going to Jeff Lindsay.
And Liam Van Loon can't believe it, what he's got to do to buy a goal tonight, as that's the third breakaway he's had tonight. He's had, actually, I believe that's the fourth breakaway he's had tonight. And he has blazing speed, amazing skills. I'm surprised he didn't score. It was an absolutely phenomenal pad save made by Zern.
And Bridgewater chips it down for Liam Van Loon, who's just out of the penalty box. Oh, and he knocks over Christian Yarmus. They both were trying to get some physical, and Yarmus was not expecting that. Dirk Static. You can see Kale up at the blue line right now, being waved off by the coach. They just want to get some offense going as Liam Van Loon spins, and he scores! Liam Van Loon, basically a power play there as Kale was in the center ice waiting for a potential chip pass out, and Liam Van Loon has a goal. Another bad turnover from Buffalo here in the third period. Romeo takes a hard hit from Braun. Ross takes a hard hit from Nick Brio, and he's none too pleased with that one.
And when they do, it's either intercepted or outworked by the Avalanche, and this is exactly why they have such a poor record on the power play.
2-on-1 opportunity, short-handed. Here he comes, Croucher. Pass across, just missed. Oh, he scores! Liam Van Loon, a short-handed goal.
And now he's got his second. That was an absolutely phenomenal play by Croucher. It went off the stick of Liam Van Loon and fluttered in, just missing the crossbar and past Zern. Another one, you absolutely cannot blame the goalie on that shot. Even goals against them, that's not going to help any stats for them either.
Power play over for the Buffalo Regals as the puck hit the goaltender on the bench and the play was not whistled down.
The goalie actually caught that puck. I'm actually very surprised nothing was called. It should have been a penalty, and it looks like they are going to call a penalty. That should have been a penalty to Nicholas Mantis. He actually caught the puck as it was going around, and no one knew where it was until he dropped it right in front of his players, but it looks like Ancaster is actually going to get a penalty right now.
It'll be a very brief power play. McPhee bouted off by Clark, and Garrett dumps it down. 10 seconds left in the game, 7-2 lead, and this is a game that the Buffalo Regals have not been very good in, as Bria, one last opportunity. less than a second, and it's poke checked away. A last shot, and it's shot right back out, and there's some nastiness coming here after an ill-advised shot from Noah Romeo.
That was a very unsportsmanlike play. The buzzer had clearly gone. Romeo, I don't exactly know what he was thinking, decided to take the shot anyway, and Gare was very understandably upset about that. I would not be surprised if Romeo gets some sort of supplementary discipline for that. But either way, you look at it, it's a 7-2 win. There's been some nastiness, some chippiness. The Avalanche come out with a much-deserved win, as they were just that much better than the Regals, as I said. And as I said at the beginning of the game, I kind of figured a score like this would happen. The Regals have just had that kind of season.
I'm Eric Hallett. Joining me was Hayden Hallett. And join us next week for the Avalanche's next game at the Morgan Firestone Arena.